Good evening, America, and welcome to the 5-Minute News Hour. My name is Brian Gartland, and these are the things that I'm going to say. Through a team-released statement, Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Ryan Braun finally admitted to some performance-enhancing drug use in a statement that was released by the team late last week. Braun, who has vehemently denied PED use since a 2011 positive test, finally started to crack into the truth. Braun was not suspended 2 years ago after it was ruled that his positive sample had been mishandled. Included in the apology was the man who allegedly mishandled the sample, Dino Lorenzi Jr., who Braun subsequently had accused of anti-Semitism and bias towards him being a Cubs fan. Responded Lorenzi, "It is completely unfair for Mr. Braun to say either of our backgrounds had anything to do with his positive test. And what is truly upsetting is for Braun to lump me in with those hate-filled, ignorant, closed-minded, violent bigots. Also, I don't hate Jews or nothing neither." And now for a segment I like to call Spoiled Mayonnaise. San Diego's mayor, Bob Filner, is expected to resign as early as sometime last week when I first wrote this. The official announcement is awaiting a city council decision on if the city will cover some or all of his legal fees in exchange for his immediate resignation. While the 18 different women who have come forward with claims of sexual harassment towards the mayor hope that he quickly resigns, sympathetic fellow mayor, Mayor Diamond Joe Quimby, called Filner to voice his support, and also talk about what boobies feel like, and maybe what it's like for a fictional cartoon character to call a real mayor. They had a lot to talk about. Toronto's Mayor Robert Ford, who is alleged to have been caught on tape using crack cocaine, arm-wrestled Hulk Hogan last week as part of some kind of promotional event. Said Hogan after the match, "Gosh, gripping that fat, sweaty, crack-fueled hand just made me miss Bam Bam Bigelow, that's all." Said Ford, "We met in a support group for people who had videos leaked online, and we really kicked it off." Said a ringside announcer, "Oh my God! In all of my years of covering professional promotional arm wrestling, this is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God! He'll never get up from this. Oh my God!" Sylvester Stallone's character from Over the Top was unavailable for comment. In pornography news, former Philadelphia Eagles and Phillies personnel came out last week talking about a big blue cooler full of pornography shared by the teams at Old Veterans Stadium. Never has a city felt closer to its professional sports franchises, linked forever in jizzy filth. Some sad news. Elmore Leonard's characters were cooler, smarter, and more badass than any of us were. The author of over 21 novels with credit on over 40 screenplays passed away last week at the age of 87. The list of living American film and literary legends just got shorter. When an Ohio man's heart stopped for over 45 minutes, doctors and nurses had given up. The only person who hadn't was his son, who shouted at his father, "You will not die today." Moments later, a faint heartbeat appeared on the monitor, and today, 37-year-old Anthony Yale is on his feet and surviving, with some help from his son, a pacemaker, the blood of the innocent, and of course, all-powerful Satan. In an official statement released last Thursday, Warner Brothers Studios announced that Ben Affleck will be playing Batman in the upcoming 2015 untitled Batman-Superman joint picture. I think it's perfect. While internet reaction has been mixed, I think Ben Affleck playing Batman is the exact way people would respond in Gotham if they found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman. Kind of a, "What? Him? Yeah. I thought it would be..." "No, yeah, I guess that's fine. Sure." The gap between Western culture and that of the Middle East has long been thought too far a span to bridge, but perhaps there is hope. Khalid bin Mosansari is being airlifted from his home in southern Saudi Arabia to the capital at the expense of the king for to be shrunk. You see, Shari weighs over 1,300 pounds and was forklifted out of his home. Shari is not alone in his Saudi grandeur, with a shocking 35% of the country considered severely overweight. The mystery likely lies in Saudi Arabia's vast natural wells of untapped Charleston shoe mines, but what do I know? The 19-year-old Saudi Arabian passes Mexico's Manuel Uribe, who once weighed over 1,200 pounds, but has really gotten his shit together and is down to a svelte 980. Callista Flockhart-like even. Let's step it up, America. We need to be back on top. We're number 3 at best in terms of filthy gargantuan monstrosities. I'm looking at you, former linemen. Get on it. And our final story this evening. After a recent visit to Brazil, Pope Francis told reporters above the Popo plane, which I assume it's called, and I quote, for real, he said this, "If someone is gay and he searches for the Lord and has good will, who am I to judge?" While this statement is positive sign from the Catholic Church, who has denied and oppressed homosexuality almost from its inception, to answer the Pope's original point, you are the Pope. According to Catholic dogma, the infallible voice of God on earth. Who are you to judge? He who is the Pope. You are Pope Francis. I'm glad you're not judging, don't get me wrong, but that's who you are to judge. The one guy who pretty much, if you judge, I get it. So, asked and answered, Pope Frankie. For all of me at the 5-Minute News Hour, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Have a good night and a great night. Bye.